Hi beautiful souls, welcome to my channel Elle's Temple. My name is Elle, I'm a goddess guide and intuitive tarot reader. Welcome back to my returning viewers. Welcome if you are new, so happy to have you all here. I hope you guys are all doing well wherever you are in the world and you are having an enjoyable time winding down to your holiday break if you are having holidays over this time, or to Yule or the Winter Solstice. So I thought I would jump on here and do a beautiful little short reading I've just received literally this afternoon the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle, so I'm really excited. I haven't even done a reading for myself or anything with it yet, so you guys are the first people who are going to be getting to use this deck, getting to have the cards pulled for you from this deck. It is a really, really lush deck, and I just wanted to gift this to you because I have actually moved the Wheel of the Year readings over to my Patreon for those of you that have been following me for a while, but I felt like gifting the Yule, in the spirit of Yule, I felt like gifting the Yule reading here on YouTube. It's just going to be a little short reading just to kind of get in the spirit of Yule and Winter Solstice. So just a quick introduction to Yule for those of you that are new to the Wheel of the Year. It's essentially a seasonal celebration. There are 8 main sabbats that happen every six or so weeks. And in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming into Yule, which happens on the Winter Solstice, which is always the 21st of December, which marks the shortest day of the year and the longest night. And it can kick off for those ancient cultures or those cultures that celebrate Yule and neo-pagans and so forth, it can kick off a 12 days of Yuletide celebration, but also some people celebrate Yule throughout this sort of 6-week portal right into January. So, you know, whatever you feel drawn to, if you, I will be going into some sort of rituals and things like that for each of the piles. So if there's any particular theme that comes up or any rituals that might come up, it might be something that some of you just want to do just this week while the solstice energy is really at its sort of peak. For some of you, you might want to do it, you know, you might want to honor and acknowledge Yule in that sort of 12-day period from the 21st until the 31st of December. And for others, it might be something you just sort of dip in and out of throughout the winter, you know, because we're very much going to be looking at themes of winter solstice, you know, restfulness, contemplation, reflection, quietude, meditation. You know, a chance to like really use that winter dormant energy to rest and recuperate ourselves, so that we can, you know, sort of make our energy more potent in a way. You know, sometimes when we look at nature on the outside, it looks like nothing is going on over winter, but really, you know, all its energy is going towards this sort of conserving itself underneath the surface in the seed so that it can burst back into life during spring. So, you know, some of those themes will start to come through, but we'll also get some specific guidance for each pile. So I've got 3 different Yule goddesses to draw on today. So if you are drawn to the beautiful Yuki Onna with Stillness, card number 52, you'll be pile number 1. Timestamps will be below, as always, in the description box. If you are drawn to card number 46 with Schooled, the Future, you'll be pile number 2. And if you are drawn to card number 10 with Danu and Assurance, you will be pile number 3. Okay, my love, so pause the video if you need a little bit more time to choose which pile is most drawing you in. Otherwise, I will see you in your pile. Hi there, pile number 1. If you chose Yuki Onna with Stillness, then this will be your reading on what blessings or gifts you will be receiving this Yule. So I feel like for many of you, particularly if you've had a really busy year or really stressful time, or you've been running around a lot, or just there's been a lot of movement, maybe some of you have been traveling a lot or something like that, moving house. I'm just kind of picking up some of you have had a bit of a just busy energy, or possibly a little bit chaotic energy, something like that. But with Yuki Onna coming in and Stillness, I feel like over this Yule and Winter Solstice period, and it may be that some of you are already finding this already, you're starting to kind of wind down, but one of the gifts that's really coming through is the opportunity for stillness, is the opportunity to kind of just relax, to chill out, kind of just be a couch potato. I think, is it Julia Roberts says in one of her movies something about like lay like broccoli. I can't remember what film that is. If you guys know, you can comment below, but I'm trying to think if it might have been Erin Brockovich. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is like I see you kind of just doing sort of like being in a vegetative state in a good way, like really like allowing yourself the opportunity to just be really still, because you've kind of, you know, been moving a lot maybe, or even if you haven't physically been moving, I feel like your mind has been moving a lot and you're kind of taking some time out. Maybe you've finally got a break from work or something like that, just to kind of just like decompress, you know, find some stillness, find some time out during your day just to kind of chill. Like I'm even as I'm tuning into your energy now, I'm kind of feeling you like sort of exhaling, like, yeah, okay, I finally finished that, whatever it was, that big project, or I finished work now for the year and I can relax. You know, and of course that's, you know, often a given at this time of year, people have time off, but I feel like it goes deeper than that for you, Pile 1. I feel like, you know, the fact that it's coming through as like a gift and a blessing, this is not just ordinary, like, oh great, yay, I get 10 days off work or something, like in a way that is like everybody gets kind of thing. It's like there's something really potent, and this is going to activate something within you. It's kind of like I'm seeing, like I was talking about in the intro, about how, you know, it looks from the outside like nature is doing nothing over this winter time, or over winter time, and actually the seed is gathering energy. There's something around sort of like you needing to kind of pull your energy back in order to like conserve and like regroup kind of thing, and create this like potent energy within you so that you can burst forth into action when it's time. So let's get into the, I'm going to use the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So let's get a few cards. So what blessings or gifts are coming through this Yule or Winter Solstice for Pile 1? What blessings or gifts are coming through? I feel like that one wants to come out. So we have Storm. As within and so without, there are storms are coming, a change without doubt. Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, this is kind of the energy you have been in. So I'm almost going to take this as like the storm has passed kind of thing, or there was a stormy energy that you've been in, because I was kind of picking out the slightly chaotic energy. So let's get what gifts or blessings are coming through. Something else has popped up. Here we go. Wise men. If it wasn't for the familiar songs that echo through my spine, I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. Interesting. Yeah, so I feel like with storm and being lost, maybe some of you have felt a bit like pulled around in different directions, or like struggling to kind of find clarity and find a really strong rooted sense of what your purpose is or what direction you should be going in. Maybe things have been a bit chaotic, your like your home life or maybe studies or things like that. There might have been disruptions, and you felt a bit lost and a bit chaotic and a bit like sort of pulled in different directions or something like that. Or maybe a lot of you have had different responsibilities pulling you in different directions, and really like there's something around this time out, this opportunity to find some stillness, or at least if you haven't sort of been given that, to carve out some time for yourself for stillness over this period in order to like connect with your own inner wisdom. And I'm kind of just seeing some of you like reconnecting to a meditation practice if you don't already have one, reconnecting to like going out in nature. Like I'm seeing both of these cards have forests here, like with like sort of evergreen trees. So getting out in nature, going for a forest walk or a woodland walk or something like that, if you have access to that, if you can do that. That would be very healing for you. I feel like very grounding for you. You may get some like inspiration or clarity through as you kind of walk out in nature. That will help stop this this kind of stormy energy, or this kind of cloudy sort of, you know, perhaps your mental space has felt very cloudy, maybe very confused, maybe very lost. So there's something, I feel like the gift in stillness and the gift and the blessing in this period of slowing down, quietening down your mind, having some still time, having some relaxation time, having some meditation time, having some time out in nature, is so that you can get some wisdom through and reconnect to your purpose again in some way. Let's get one more card from this deck. gift or blessing? What other gift or blessing is coming through? Full pile. Whoa, there we go. I knew there was one. Mother Mary, beautiful. So card number 23. Into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of winter. So some of you may have a connection with the goddess Mary, you know, who I won't go into Mary in too much detail, because I know for some of you, because of religious factors and trauma, possibly there may be something triggering there. So I just want to talk about Mary, not in her religious form, if you like, but just as an archetype, as a mother goddess archetype. And so, you know, whichever mother goddess archetype you feel drawn to, if Mother Mary is not one who resonates for you, or, you know, maybe tied up because of something related to some sort of religious upbringing, then just whatever mother goddess archetype you feel connected to. And I feel like this is coming through more to say this is a time to re-mother yourself, or to really connect in with that mothering energy within yourself, so you can really nurture yourself over this time. I feel like maybe for some of you, your physical energy might have gotten a bit possibly burnt out a wee bit, or a bit like I'm hearing like overactive, like you might have just been so busy or so overactive and depleted. I'm hearing like depleted in energy. So something around like connecting with your sort of like mothering energy within, to re-pamper and like re-nurture yourself over this time and like restore your energy. So really, like, you know, being like a bit of a mom figure to yourself, like having to maybe put some boundaries in around like you know, like, okay, we need to make sure we're getting enough sleep, and like we're eating really well, like we're nurturing ourselves through the right kind of food. We're getting out in nature and going for walks. You know, we're taking the time to like meditate in the morning, like being sort of like a spiritual mother as well, kind of like, okay, what practices help me to connect, help me to ground and connect in with my own wisdom? Is it getting out in nature? Is it doing a meditation? Is it doing some yoga? You know, and then kind of like really like in a sweet, not in a like kind of like whipping yourself way if you can't do it, but just in a kind of like sort of gentle way of like, you know, gently nurturing yourself into doing these things that are in your highest good, is kind of the energy that I'm getting. So let's just get a couple of other cards. I'm going to use the Green Witch Oracle. What other gifts or blessings are coming through? Success with peppermint. Yeah, and we've got a key here. So I feel like this is kind of saying, this whole energy, this whole reading is kind of saying like the key to your success is, and we've got the Libra symbol here, and Libra is all about balance. The key to your success is balance. The key to your success is finding that balance between like action and inaction, between that kind of masculine, moving things forward sort of energy, and that yin, receptive, still, grounded, intuitive, quiet energy. You know, the internal energy, which this Yule period is a really powerful, potent time to kind of do that sort of inner reflection and that contemplation and all that kind of thing. And I feel like that's going to be key to something. Something's going to evolve off the back of carving out this stillness over this time and connecting with your own inner wisdom, finding your purpose. I feel like you're going to feel less lost, and you're going to find the key to, like, you know, you're going to find the key to stepping into your purpose in a successful way, if you haven't already kind of done that. But there's, yeah, I'm just there. Sorry. I'm just being called to reiterate on this Mother Mary card about she whispers sleep. In thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of winter. And some of you, I feel like they want me to really reiterate this point. Some of you are not getting enough sleep. So rest is really, really important to like restore the body. Also, maybe you're going to get some like downloads at night or in your dreams or something like that. Some wisdom might come through your dreams, or just, you know, you're sometimes we go through periods where we have spiritual upgrades, but like they're not necessarily things we have to like do anything about, or like you know, sort of try and make happen. Sometimes it's literally just the upgrade will come, it will activate through rest, by like, it's like action through inaction is what I'm hearing. It's like you'll be activated in order to take action on something and take action on your purpose as a byproduct of embracing stillness and kind of just taking some time out so that these kind of downloads and activations can come through. Wow, really powerful energy. Let's get I feel like finishing with a Herbery card. Let's see. We have a Herbery card for Pearl. Whoa, there we go. So we have got Daisy with Be Yourself. Beautiful. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of linking with this, what it was saying here with the wise men, and I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. And I feel like there's something around you feeling a bit lost within yourself and needing to come back home to yourself, needing to come back within yourself, feeling confident to be your authentic self. And that will be key to your success, is just being yourself, just being like the daisy here. And daisies are just like, you know, very like, it's like a very sweet, innocent energy kind of thing. So let me just I feel like there might be a ritual in this book that could be helpful. So page 20, let's see, that you could do over this Yule period. Daisy. So ritual, be kind to yourself. Here we go. So if you're prone to perfectionism or wanting to be in some way special, more beautiful, more magical, smarter, or the best cook, it's hard to realize that you are already wonderful just the way you are. Daisy can help. This is her specialty. So here's your ritual. Find a photo of yourself from when you were young. Why use a photo of yourself as a kid? Because it's human nature to have greater empathy for children than for adults. This is linked with this Mother Mary thing and what I was saying about like remothering yourself. And like there's something around like, yeah, doing a little bit of inner child healing, maybe like sort of coming back to like the true self of who you were as a child, and kind of like reparenting that self and being really kind and empathic towards yourself, your child self. So yeah, use this evolutionary idiosyncrasy to your advantage as you work to develop empathy for yourself. It's easy to think kind thoughts, which is what you're going to do when you see the child you once were. Who could be mean to that little one? Can you? After you've chosen a cute photo of kid you, decorate it with daisies. You can cut out photos of daisies and collage them onto the photo, or use a marker and hand draw them. Get creative, because this photo is becoming a shrine to you. Whenever you feel like you're not enough, not good enough, rich enough, pretty enough, smart enough, pull out your photo, absorb Daisy's easy self-acceptance, and shine it into your heart. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that, pile number 1. Let's finish off with a... what is this card? What is this deck called? The Celtic Oracle. Let's finish off with the Celtic Oracle card for you. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this. The Gift. So in a reading about gifts and whoops, my nails just fell off, one sec. In a reading about gifts and gifts and sorry, I lost my train of thought. And blessings for Yule, you got the gift. So I feel like by taking some time out and connecting with yourself, connecting with your inner child, connecting with your own inner wisdom, you will get some gift of communication. I feel like crystals could also be highlighted here to help you through this healing process. Maybe for some of you, your purpose and something to do with your success and the action that you're going to take off the back of this kind of still period is related to communication, you know, maybe some of you are writers or speakers, and you might be doing something around sort of expressing yourself, or maybe for some of you it's something related to crystals or crystal healing. But I feel like more generally speaking, just over this period, this is coming back to what I was saying about the downloads that might come through by being out in nature or by taking time out to meditate, or, you know, that kind of thing. I feel like there's some sort of communication that's being gifted to you, some sort of a download, some sort of a activation or something, some clarity that's being communicated to you over this time. So yeah, I feel like that is all the messages that I have for you, pile number 1. It was just a little short reading today. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below if you did. I would love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It'll help tell me what content is resonating for you guys at the moment. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already part of the Elves Temple community. And I will see you in the next reading. All my love. Bye. Hi there, pile 2. If you chose Goddess Schooled with the future, card number 46, this will be your reading. So I feel like straight off the bat, with Goddess Schooled being here, I'm kind of seeing with the number 46 in numerology, this reduces to 10, which is all about the completion of a cycle. So I feel like maybe for some of you, you've in the lead up to this Yule Winter Solstice portal, which takes us through to the new year into January, I feel like you have either just completed or in the process of closing out and completing a cycle that is now allowing you to look forward to the future and start setting intentions for how you want the future to be. But what's kind of coming through is that with this schooled energy, it is very important to set strong intentions for the future, but it's more about the energy behind the intention, or the integrity behind the intention, rather than getting too caught up in attaching to outcome and wanting to see something sort of turn out exactly a certain way and getting really caught up with you know, predictions and things like that. Like maybe some of you might have been, you know, doing a lot of divination, or like trying to, like maybe watching lots of tarot videos, like, you know, not to knock those. Obviously I've done a 2024 reading myself, so you know, you might want to check that out. But I feel like maybe for some of you, there's a lot of like maybe uncertainty about the future. And this card talks about I just saw 2222 on the clock as well, which is to do with twos are related to collaboration. I feel like that's essentially saying like you are co-creating your future with the universe, and with emphasis on the creating aspect, in the sense that like there is no fixed, you know, prediction of the future. Like, you know, Skuld oversees our destiny and so forth, and she helps us to kind of weave that into being. But, you know, it's all about kind of how you respond to the present, and knowing that like you have the seed of potential already sown within you, and it's more about like just allowing it to kind of blossom into being than like sort of running around and trying to like predict everything that might happen or might go wrong, or what you're going to have to deal with in the future and what's going to happen to you. It's not so much like you're a passive you know, like you're a passive victim, or like a passive you know, just a passenger here, and the universe is, or the gods, or the, you know, whatever is like doling out your future, and you've just got to kind of take it and be like, oh, okay, like this is what I've got to do. No, like you are co-creating it and in every moment, and it's all about how you're responding to the present. So there's something around, even though this is about the future, the energy that I'm kind of getting through from them, or from Skuld really strongly, is the future will depend on how you're responding in the present moment. Like it's that whole Eckhart Tolle, the power of now thing of like what happens next is based on how you are now. Like it's not based on what was happening in the past, or like, you know, you can't sort of by being in say a state of worry about the future, like you're not in a position to be able to kind of just allow something to grow and to blossom. So that's kind of what's coming through really strongly. But I feel like because we're looking at the energy of this as a blessings and a gift reading, I feel like there's some sort of a gift. Oh, okay, I'm getting it. Okay. The gift is in the present. The present or the gift, the present as in the gift you're going to get given is the present, as in it is the present moment. It is now, and how you're responding to now and how you're feeling right now. And that energy is what then creates the next moment. And then how you feel then is then the energy that creates the next moment, and so on and so forth. So there's something around like I'm hearing like being satisfied in the present will be the thing that unfolds the future kind of thing, or like weaves the future almost. So wow, really, it's quite, yeah, it's really beautiful energy. It's interesting because it's kind of, I'm getting this like cosmic-y energy, but also this very like practical kind of down to earth energy of like stay focused in the moment, stay focused on your present, stay focused on what there is to be grateful for now. Don't get too worried about the future. Like, it's good to set intentions, and it's good to kind of use this portal. One of the traditions that our ancestors typically did over this time was there would often be divination rituals and things that would be done over Yuletide, around the new year and so forth. But so there's no harm in that, but it's like kind of not getting too attached to outcome, I feel like is the only thing. But let's get into the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle cards. So, I haven't shuffled the deck since I did the last pile, so let's just quickly shuffle it. Okay. And while I'm doing this, I might as well use this time as an opportunity in case you are wanting a personal reading, because it might be for some of you that doing general readings isn't necessarily giving you the clearest insight on your future. So possibly having a personal reading might be something you could actually benefit from. So have a look in the description box below. While I was off YouTube, I set up my website finally, so you can book personalized like year ahead readings. I've got like short written readings as well as like a short and a long video reading. So, and there's also gift factors on there as well in case you want to do it for anyone else. So let's have a look. What gifts or blessings are coming through this Yule Winter Solstice for pile 2? Snow, beautiful. There is beauty in the divine that settles on thy flesh, a magical enchantment bestowed in purity. Interesting. Okay, it's a little bit cryptic. Pure energy. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of about sort of coming into that. It's kind of reiterating this kind of pure, innocent, like being in the present moment, not sort of having expectations necessarily, not sort of getting too attached to any particular outcome, just enjoying the moment, the way a child does kind of thing. Like, it's that very innocent energy, that very pure energy. Let's see what other gifts or blessings are coming through. We got chills. Some of you might live in a very wintry place, because with snow and chills, there might be like, this might be very kind of appropriate for winter solstice, like kind of embracing the opportunity that the weather gives you to kind of like, I don't know, like kind of just be in stillness, be in the present, like not, because it's like I was talking about in the intro, like you can't necessarily see anything happening outside in nature. It doesn't look like anything's growing, but like, it's like I was talking about with the seed of potential with this card. The seed of potential is already there. It's already under the surface. It's just about kind of like the timing for it to start to blossom. But with this chills card, we've got, upon my flesh within thy bones quivers a crawling frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. Interesting. Okay, there could be something around with numbness, like numbing out, doing sort of certain numbing activities to disconnect yourself from like your truth or your emotions, like what emotions may want to flow. Because with frozen, this is like, I'm just kind of thinking the you know, the film Frozen, the Disney film with like, let it go, let it go. So there might be something like some kind of emotional thing that might be blocking you. That might be something that could be worth doing a little bit of journaling around, or like if something comes up over this sort of period, to allow it to flow. It's kind of like energy, like, you know, water energy is emotional energy. And if it's gotten frozen in the body, it's like, you know, where traumas kind of get stored and it gets sort of locked into the body. So there might be something around sort of allowing it to, allowing any kind of frozen or trapped energy to release. And sometimes you can do that without necessarily even needing to really know exactly what it is or what caused it or where it came from. Sometimes these things can just happen very organically and just very naturally without needing to like go too deep down a rabbit hole of being like, you know, sort of what caused all of this, or why is this frozen or something. Sometimes just allowing it to flow. So maybe doing something to help your emotions release or something like that could be quite powerful. And it could be you know, quite a good time over this sort of colder, quieter period. You know, if you're finding that you're, you know, spending more time indoors or something like that, and there's less sort of like stuff going on the outside, like socializing or work or whatever it might be, it's like using this opportunity to clear out any stuck energy, to release any trapped emotions, to kind of come back into like the purity of your, you know, like that child self that doesn't have that, you know, sort of rigid expectations of certain things. And that will allow you to kind of blossom in your future. Let's have a look at, we're going with the cards for pile 3. Whoa, that one absolutely flew out. Okay, whoops, we've got a little, just need to cover this because of, one sec, use this, YouTube policies, not mine. Sorry about that. So, ceremony card number 4. I call upon those heralds of winter, dimming light for better sight. Hear thy praise spilling from thy lips, a spell I'll cast for thy spirits in me. Ceremony. Gosh, it's very snowy energy. All these cards. It's interesting. Pile 1 got a lot of like grey kind of cards and like forest energy. With this, it's just like snow. So maybe some of you live somewhere where there's a lot of snow. You know, yeah, it's interesting. White is all about, yeah, purity, innocence, spiritual purity, cleansing, that kind of thing. You know, snow is like frozen water. So again, it's kind of coming back to this idea of something possibly being frozen or stuck. Call upon the heroes of winter, dimming light for better sight. With ceremony, there might be something around, hear they pray spilling from their lips. Doing some kind of candle lit ritual could be very helpful during this season to help you connect with light, particularly if you live somewhere where there's you know, it's very wintry and very snowy. You might be finding like you may be at risk of like seasonal affective disorder or something like that if you're not getting a lot of daylight. So maybe yeah, maybe ensuring that you're doing like candle rituals or getting like a salt lamp or something like that you're able to still connect, you know, doing little ceremonies, little rituals, maybe creating an altar with some candles and you light it every evening. Making sure that you're connecting still to a sense of like spiritual light within as the light in the outer world is like dimming. With something around like with dimming light, with dimming the light dimming outside is allowing you to have better insight yourself, inside yourself. So there might be some, this is a little bit similar to pile 1 about getting some activations through, but I feel like it's like for you, pile 2, it's more about getting, you might start getting insights or little flash forwards into your future. Like, I feel like you're very, yeah, you've got a very, like, open third eye with this. She's got this, like a very, like, just a very open third eye on her third eye, and then a crown and with wings coming out of her third eye sort of chakra area. So some of you may be like very highly intuitive, very psychic already. You may get a lot of like psychic flashes, and over this time that might be something you start to that like wakes up a lot. Like, as you know, as it's talking about with the light being dimmer in the outer world, your inner light, your intuition starts like firing on all cylinders, and you start getting these like flash forwards into like, you know, what might sort of evolve in the future. Interesting. Let's have a look at let's get some cards from the Green Witch Oracle. Just helps who need to know about the gifts or blessings coming. What gifts or blessings are coming? Ah, interesting. Yes. Clarity, card number 1. Beautiful. Yeah, and we've got, I was just talking about the third eye, and then we've got we've got like an inner eye, like poof, like just opening. So I feel like if there's something you've been wanting to get clarity on related to your future, or how something might evolve, how a situation might evolve, what you might be expected to do in the future, like, you know, what's going to happen for you. I feel like over this period, one of the gifts you're going to get is clarity, but it's not going to come from the outside. It's going to come from within you. It's going to come from your own intuition, your own inner third eye, your own inner wisdom is going to kind of wake up. I feel like there might be, I don't very often read the book for Green Witch, but I feel like there might be something in here for some reason. New ideas, breakthroughs, and increases in finances and resources are all indicated, and you should trust your own judgment. There is a strong chance of triumph over a difficult challenge and the opportunity for sudden growth in what you're currently undertaking. I'm not sure, this isn't a relationship reading, so I'm not going to go into that part, but be careful of overthinking, self-sabotage, and roadblocks placed by others. Interesting. And the uses are fertility, passion, vision, independence, grounding. Deities are Mercury, celestials, Mars, and astrological signs Virgo. Yeah, Virgo, interesting. This Virgo energy, because we've got like a single maiden pictured in all 3 of your cards, and which the maiden is the symbol of Virgo, and Virgo is a very like insular energy, like it's a very like energy that is all about tending to the home, to the hearth, to the health, to, you know, it rules the 6th house. So you know, it has a lot of correspondences with 6th house matters, but it's also a lot to do with like being of service and balancing being of service to yourself with how much service you give to others and how much energy you give to others. And so I'm kind of seeing there be this energy, or one of the gifts that is coming through for this Yule time is you like taking time out to be alone, to be, you know, this card talks about independence, and we've got the number 1 here. So maybe for some of you, you know, you're choosing to spend a bit of time alone. You might be having a bit of a retreat. You might be taking time out from your family or a partner, or maybe you've gone through, you know, a breakup or something, and now it's like a good opportunity in some ways for you to sort of be in your own energy, be in this like maiden energy, this independent energy, so that you can like come back to yourself, come back to like your core, find your clarity again, or find some clarity about some situation. Interesting. And we've also got card number 39 with longevity as well, and we've got this like clock here. Yeah, interesting. I feel like this could be saying I'm just seeing with the Scorpio symbol and what I was talking about with that frozen energy of doing that sort of emotional purge, or letting anything that's been frozen kind of release out. You know, that's quite linked with that Scorpio energy. You know, Scorpio is a water sign, but it's like the deep as water. So this is like deep stuff. And I feel like the more you can kind of excavate that, or like kind of go into that and release it, the better things will start to unfold for you. You know, this card was talking about sort of opportunities coming in and like luck and breakthroughs. And I feel like that is all going to happen. That is all going to start to happen, and it will happen more quickly the quicker you're able to almost like purify yourself from this like any kind of like blocked energy, and come into your own energy as much as possible. So maybe for some of you, you've been I'm not sure what this blocked energy is, if it's old. I kind of pick up for some of you, it's quite old energy that's just like I was saying, you don't really need to like even look too much at what it is. It's just about kind of releasing it, about letting that frozen water kind of melt down and release. So maybe for some of you, this might just happen very organically anyway. But I feel like if it does, like if you just start, maybe you watch a film or you listen to some music or someone says something to you and suddenly you're like, oh my gosh, why am I crying? Or like just so much, like I shouldn't be this upset. But I feel like what's coming through is not to judge that and just to trust that it's a release and it needs to happen, and there's something kind of some stuck energy, some stuck emotional energy that just needs to wash through. But yeah, something around like taking time out for like doing a ritual. And like I'm just kind of seeing like how she's got this this veil kind of thing, like shrouding yourself, like protecting your energy is really important, like making sure that you're carving out some time for like to be independent, to be sort of purify your energy, to be just like on your own and in your own energy and kind of shrouded and protected from anyone else's energy. That's quite important to allow the things that are supposed to unfold next year to unfold, or whenever it is that you're watching this reading. Maybe some of you will be watching this in the new year, so as the year evolves. Let's finish up with a Celtic Oracle card. A Celtic Oracle card for pile 2. Finish. Whoa, that came absolutely fine. Oh my goodness. This is so interesting. I'm getting sort of a strange mixed message about this divination. Divination card number 35, guides, Ogham, and tree spirits. Because I was speaking at the beginning when I was speaking of Skuld and the future, and how I kind of picked up on some of you kind of being perhaps a little bit dependent on divination, or using it a lot to ascertain what the future might be. And what came through from your guides was to know that the future isn't something that's going to happen to you, that it's like you have the free will, or you have the agency to, and this is why I think there's this independence energy starting to come through of like, you've got the power, you've got the, once you're sort of standing on your own and strong in yourself and trusting yourself. Because one of the cards, where was it? I can't remember when it was I was talking about it. Somewhere, I think maybe this card was talking about trusting yourself. So there's something around, sure, it's fine to do divination, it's fine to get a reading, it's fine to do all of these things, as long as you're kind of using them more as confirmation of your own inner wisdom and your own intuition, and that you're then trusting yourself to take the steps in the direction of what it is that you want to create. I feel like as well we've got tree spirits here, and with this snow card and the purity, this figure's holding, I mean, it looks like quite a bare tree, a winter tree, but maybe just getting out in nature and connecting to trees will be very grounding for you. With these pillars, it's like kind of grounded energy, like very sort of rooted energy. So there's something around, like, I know for some of you, I did pick up some of you are somewhere where it's very, very wintry, so this might not be possible, but even if you can put on all your snow boots and your gear and get out there and connect in with the trees as much as you can, that could be, I feel like you'll be able to connect with your intuition better out in nature, or better with the trees. Or even if you can like do a meditation, if you can't get outside for whatever reason, if you can carve out the time to do a meditation or something, or like listen to there's loads of videos on YouTube with like nature sounds and stuff like that, or like forest ambience healing video or something like that. That kind of thing might be quite helpful, just to kind of drift off into like a quiet reverie or meditation, and you might get some signs through. just seeing runes here as well. Maybe runes could be something that could be useful for some of you. Maybe for some of you as well, I'm kind of getting, this could be a good time if you don't already to start divinating for yourself, because it might be kind of saying like, you know, there's this energy of learning to trust yourself. So maybe for some of you, you've been drawn towards doing something like this, but you don't always trust your own judgment, or you don't trust the intuition that you get, say, from the cards or from the runes or from whatever divination tool you're using. And so you end up like relying on other people's divination or something like that. But either way, whichever sort of camp you fall into, whether it is that, you know, you're feeling called to divinate for yourself, or whether you're feeling called to get a personal reading, or whether you're sort of perhaps knowing like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely maybe watching too many videos, too many like prediction videos about next year or something like that, and getting too caught up in like, when is it going to happen or whatever it might be. And I'm just seeing as well with this clock, it's like this is symbolic of divine timing. And also with longevity, this can be to do with this is a marathon, not a race. So whatever it is that you started, or whatever it is that you are wanting to see manifest or to see expand, is like, it's not necessarily going to be overnight. Like I'm hearing Rome wasn't built in a day. So whatever it is you're trying to build, it's going to take time. It's a long-term thing. It's you're in it for the long haul. This is a project or a mission or a calling or a business or a job or whatever that's going to have, or a relationship that's going to have longevity. So to kind of pace yourself, I guess, as well. And trust that, like, you know, that future will evolve. And I feel like there definitely will be some kind of breakthrough in the new year, possibly in January with that card number 1 there. There might be some sort of a download, some sort of a breakthrough, some sort of suddenly some sort of opportunity comes through. But yeah, I feel like that is all the messages I have for you, pile number 2. I hope that resonated for you. Leave a comment below if it did. I would really love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It really helps my channel to grow, and it helps tell me what content is resonating for you guys at the moment. Hit the subscribe button if you are not already part of the community. I would love to have you here. All the best with your Yule and Winter Solstice period. I wish you very happy holidays. Thank you so much for all your support on my channel this year, and I will see you in the new year. All my love. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the Goddess Danu card with assurance, this will be your reading. So before I get into your reading, sorry if you notice I've lost the last nails. They've just dropped off and while I was doing the last reading, and I don't have time to re-glue them, so I'm afraid I'm just going to be an 8-nailed, sparkly nailed reader for this portion of the reading. I apologize. I hope it's not too distracting. Anyway, let's get right into it. It's just a little reading here today. So let's get into the energy of what blessings and gifts are coming through for you for this Yule and Winter Solstice. So with Goddess Danu and assurance, I feel like this is a beautiful energy, because I feel like for you, pile 3, there's some sort of a seed that I feel like has already been planted, and Danu is coming through with the keyword assurance to reassure you and to help you find a sense of assurance. Like the gift that you're going to get over this period is feeling reassured, is feeling assured, feeling stable, feeling strong, that whatever it is you've been plugging your energy into is going to start growing. I feel like it's kind of being like held or cocooned by the divine, by the universe at this time. Hopefully you can see that little like seedling there, and it's like they're blowing or holding it in this like little orb of light. For some of you, this is you, like you are the seedling. There's something around like the divine is kind of holding you, and to feel very reassured about your own self and your own growth and your own future. For others of you, this could be like a specific project, like something you've started, some seed that you've sown in the past that is like going to start blossoming into being. But like I was talking about in the intro with Yule, this energy is all about like, you know, or the winter solstice, you know, nature, when we look at it over this time, it looks like nothing is going on the surface, you know, like in the outside, like aside from the evergreen trees, of course, you know, everything seems still, and it seems like nothing is happening. But underneath the surface, you know, all the energy is being conserved in this like potent little built up ball, so that during the spring it can just sprout into like this, like sprout above the surface, and you can start to see like the leaves and the, you know, the flowers and so on and so forth. It starts to really blossom. So I feel like this is kind of, I'm kind of picking up when I'm tuning into your energy, I'm getting this big like sigh of relief, like, okay, it's all okay. Like, even if it looks like nothing's going on, even if it looks like I'm not producing anything or nothing's happening, or people are like, what are you doing? It seems like everything's stalled, or everything's like just really, yeah, like not evolving in the tangible world. But I feel like over this next year, or the beginning of next year, like I'm seeing with the number 10, the 1 and the 0. So like 1, this could be literally as early as in January, you're going to start seeing like the sprouting of this seed that you've started. So whatever, you know, that could be a creative project that you've started. For some of you, it could be a new business, it could be a new job, it could be a new relationship, it could be just your own, you know, your own personal growth. Maybe some of you have been doing a lot of work to kind of heal yourself, and you're going to start seeing the benefit of that, and how you've removed, you know, like all the weeds or all the blocks that have been kind of strangling that growth. And now finally it's like, feel reassured, because, you know, your future is assured. You are going to grow. So really beautiful energy. Let's get straight into the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So what gifts or blessings are coming through? What gifts or blessings are pile 3 going to receive this Yule or Winter Solstice? Bit of fluff. What blessings or gifts? Wow. Okay. Reindeer medicine. Beautiful. Card number 28. Journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. Oh, I love that. It is time for no time at all. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of saying, like, this is coming back to the sense of reassurance. Like, there's nothing you have to do, you know, just be in no time, be in the present moment, be in like a sense of just surrender and serenity, because everything is here. Everything you need is already, it's already been planted, or it's already kind of in the process of growing anyway. It's like there's nothing you really need to do. Maybe with this journey into the depths of your soul and reindeer medicine coming through, maybe some of you could be into like shamanic journeying or something. So this could be more about, instead of like trying to do things on the outside, or trying to needing to necessarily go anywhere or make anything happen, maybe just doing like a simple shamanic journeying or something like that. If you feel drawn to that, or that's something you've done before, you know, there's plenty of videos on YouTube around how to do it. There's guided ones, but there's also ones where you can just play like shamanic music. So maybe that could be something that could call to some of you, because it might, with that awakening of sights revealed, there might be something you might see, and that might help you to feel more reassured and feel a sense of assurance about the growth of this project, thing, business, whatever it is. So, and also 28 in numerology reduces to 10. So we've got 2 10s, 10, 10, which is like tens are to do with like the completion of a cycle, and it's got like both the ending, the number of an ending, and the number of rebirth within it, because 0 is like a new beginning. It's like the, you know, linked with the Fool card and tarot, so it starts off a whole new journey. So it's kind of like there's new growth that's going to happen. There's a new start that's coming. Oh, that came out fast. Gatherings, beautiful. Card number 17. Gather, gather, festive witches, speak of joy and drink to wishes. Take 1, give 2, celebrating all blesses. Beautiful. Yeah, I kind of feel like this is coming back to that, like, it is time for no time at all. It's like it's time to kind of be in the present moment, enjoy this Yule season, enjoy, you know, the festive break, you know, wherever you are in the world and however you celebrate that. Enjoy gathering with people if that's something that you're able to do over this time, particularly like if you have, you know, like a coven or a female, like a group of, well, it doesn't have to be females. I'm just kind of noticing a lot of, oh, there's a man there, actually. I was just looking at the woman on the card. Just friends. I'm going to retract that about the female. I don't know why that came out. That just, I want to make sure I'm not trying to be exclusive on this channel whatsoever. I was just seeing the woman on the card and like connecting with female friends if you're female, or connecting with you know, however, friends of however they identify, connecting with people, connecting with people, gathering with people, being, you know, joy, being in a state of joy, like connecting to your bliss, following your bliss. So maybe some of you are like going to you know, like little like friends' houses and little gatherings of things, or you're going to like little Christmassy like I'm kind of seeing some of you like singing around a fireplace or something like that. Like you could be going to, or like a Christmas market or something along those lines. So if you feel, if someone kind of asks you to something like that, maybe that's a sign to do that, because there could be someone important that you're going to meet or something. Also, I'm getting with the drink to wishes as well. Like there's something important around you, like making a wish over this time. I'm kind of seeing this, like she's not blowing out a candle, but I keep seeing the way she's kind of holding this plant and leaning over it. It looks like she's like holding a little birthday cupcake and like blowing out the candle. So I'm kind of seeing some of you, maybe some of you have a birthday over this time, so make sure you make a birthday wish or make a Christmas wish, maybe make a cake and like put candles in it, or just do a little simple candle ritual. Something around like, you know, a wish coming true, like making wishes, being in the present moment and feeling reassured enough and hopeful enough about your future that a wish that you make might come true. So very beautiful energy. What other gifts and blessings are coming through? Is pile 3 going to receive? Ooh. It's interesting. This pile got very like, you've got very sort of more, slightly more Christmassy cards with the reindeer and Silent Night. Like in this deck, there's quite a mix of like different sort of pagan things, Yule things, some sort of traditional Christmassy type things as well. And your pile is slightly more Christmassy, so some of you might be celebrating Christmas with friends or family. Like, you know, that might be like the whole sort of traditions around Christmas might be something that is quite important. Sorry, I'm being guided to the red. I'm just seeing like with the red chair and the red cloaks here, something around like your roots, because red is connected with the root chakra, and like maybe by being at home or connecting with like friends and family, or if not like your birth friends and family, if that's not something that's possible or something that you feel you want to do, then connecting with soul friends and family. There's something around like connecting with like roots, like as in community, people around you, that will help you to feel kind of grounded and reassured. Like, so maybe if some of you have felt a bit disconnected or are feeling a bit like wavering in your hope around next year, I feel like by being around people and reconnecting with people, reconnecting with friends and family, getting back to your roots in some way, like maybe some of you are traveling back home over the holidays, and like, you know, that's going to be good for you. I feel like that's going to be, you know, very grounding, very healing, very grounding. So we've got Silent Night, card number 32. If by night the world should sleep, a sleep so deep the silence be deafening, there would sound nothing at all nothing would sound. Interesting. I'm just noticing the broom. Brooms are symbolic of like cleansing. So I wonder if for some of you, okay, sorry, I'm getting something through clear audiently. So what I'm hearing is that for some of you, by being, if you are going home for the holidays or something, being around like reconnected to your roots in some way, or even just like speaking with family or something like that, it will be very healing and very cleansing with that broom there. It's like there's something that needs to be kind of swept away, maybe some old energy or something that's just being like, just like tidied away or cleansed or something like that. Silent Night. Let me have a look at the guidebook for this one. I'm kind of going intuitively with this deck so far because I find these decks pretty intuitive, but this one I feel like is a little bit cryptic. Okay, So the keywords are meditation, peace, stillness. If by night the world should sleep, I read that bit already, sorry. Meditation, peace, stillness. You are being guided to pause, to reevaluate your situation. Now is not the time to move forward with your plans just yet, and you may even find your goals coming to a complete standstill. Something isn't working and you need this time to reassess your progress before moving forward. You may even need to release your situation altogether and consider a new path to your desires. Silent Nights offers further guidance. Take this time to meditate and find inner peace. You could be stuck in old or repeating patterns that have created blind spots where your situation is concerned. Perhaps you're investing in a situation that has not repaid you for some time, or it may be that you've given more than you have to offer and it's time to cut your losses. Consider this pause a blessing and take this moment to shift your perspective. Okay, well, interesting. I kind of feel like, I guess with like it is time for no time at all and Silent Night, like being in stillness, being kind of forced to a standstill. There's something around like, okay, what I'm hearing is like not seeing the wood for the trees, or not really seeing a situation clearly. So there's some sort of a clarity and like information will come through to you by taking some time out for like some silence. So I guess there's a bit of a mix of like a balance between, you know, using this Yule and Winter Solstice period, you know, and like I spoke about in the intro, this could be all the way through January, really, this energy, right up till Mbok, which is beginning of Feb, that you could work with this energy. But like, you know, taking the time to kind of connect with people and gather and find a sense of community and find your bliss and find your joy and do things that are joyful and restorative and fun and things like that, but also maybe making sure you're counterbalancing that with some time for stillness, some time for rest, some time for silence, some time for meditation, contemplation. I don't like, I wouldn't read this too much as like you're not on the right track or anything, because I feel like with Danu and Assurance, it's like there's some sort of seed that's already been planted that's going to grow, but maybe it's just not quite what you expect. It might be like a different gift to something that you've been expecting. Kind of like at Christmas when, you know, you look at a present under the tree and it looks a certain shape and you're like, oh, that's going to be I don't know why I'm hearing Xbox. That's a random example. Maybe some of you have asked for an Xbox or something. It looks like an Xbox and then actually you get it out and it's a pair of shoes or something. And you're like, that wasn't what I asked for. Or that wasn't what I expressly wanted. But actually, like, the shoes end up being like the most amazing pair of shoes ever. And everywhere you go, you get loads of compliments on them. And they're like really cool boots or something. Or they're really, really useful and they allow you to go on amazing hikes or something. I don't know. That's a really random analogy. I'm not quite sure why that came through, but I hope you get the gist of like there might be some other gifts that have been seeded that are going to come through from the universe for you. So feel reassured that, like, you know, things are going to grow and things are going to happen, but it's maybe just like not in the timing you expected or not the exact same way you expected. And I'm being shown, there's a great meme, I think it is, or whatever you call it, with like a figure. It shows like a figure of like God or whatever holding out. I think it's got like a teddy bear. And the kid is like reaching for the teddy bear. But God is like, no, you can't have the teddy bear right now. And the child's like, but I want the teddy bear. But that's because God's got like a massive teddy bear behind him that's hiding. And it's like, no, you can't have this little gift. You can't have this little present. But if you wait, and you're really, really good. I don't know why I'm getting that through. It's nothing to do with being good. But if you're patient and if you wait, feel reassured that like an even bigger gift that you didn't expect is going to come through. That's what they're kind of showing me. So I hope, gosh, that took a really long time to come out. I'm really sorry. That was a really random analogy. Anyway, let's have a look at the Green Witch Oracle. What blessings and gifts are coming through for part 3? Desire. Interesting. With Locket. Cancer energy, the card number 3. Something you desire. Yeah, there's like a desire going on here for something, and I feel like it's yeah, they're just showing me that meme thing again with like you want the little bear, but like the universe has got like in its hand ready to give you a big bear, or like a much bigger gift, a much bigger desire, like something beyond your wildest dreams is coming through. And it could be something related to Cancer energy, so something related to like a home. Maybe some of you have been like wanting a house and you put a bid in for it and then it didn't get accepted or something, and you're like, oh, but I really wanted that house. And then like 2 months later, or maybe the 3rd month of the year, so March, or 3 months from when you watch this, whenever you watch this, there could be like an even bigger desire that's fulfilled, like a really amazing house that's like beyond your wildest dreams, and like it's even cheaper than the first house or something like that. I don't know. It's that kind of thing. I hope you're kind of getting the gist of what what I'm talking about in a really roundabout way. We've got Courage, card number 13. Interesting. Libra energy. Yeah, so some of you might be Cancer or Libra or have those signs really strong. Courage. Yeah, there's something around, I guess, like, I kind of feel like this is more about patience than courage, but I guess it takes a lot of courage to be patient, to feel assured that that a desire that you have is going to manifest or is going to come up. Or maybe you need a lot of courage to like for this next step in your life or something along those lines. Let's finish up with a Celtic Oracle card. Ooh. My gosh, you got Courage twice. The Morrigan, card number 24. Power, Courage, and Strength. Wowza, okay. You got Courage twice and Power and Strength. Very interesting reading. There's a lot going on here for you. Pile number 3. Yeah, I'm just seeing like she's holding a sword here and there's a knife here. So maybe there could be something around like cutting something away, needing to end something, like close out some kind of cycle, cut something away or something like that. Have the strength to walk away from something. You know, and this could be like this whole thing of something that you might have been attached to, a certain desire that you've been attached to, a certain outcome that is like when I was reading out from the guidebook about the Silent Night card, is like on reflection, is this really something that, you know, is, what did it say about, yeah, blind spots, there we go. Take the time to meditate and find inner peace. You could be stuck in old or repeating patterns that have created blind spots where your situation is concerned. Yeah, so there might be something around a blind spot and needing like strength and courage to walk away from something that's created this blind spot, whether it's like a pattern or something like that. So, but I do feel like, you know, with the blessing, this, I feel like, you know, this could be seen as like, I feel like this could be seen as more like a challenge, but I feel like ultimately the work that you do to face that blind spot and to, yeah, courageously like dig into that a bit, and maybe with that reindeer medicine, like that could be, you know, like journey into the depths of your soul. So doing some soul journeying could be really helpful to like sort of unblock this. Maybe gathering, if you've got like a supportive like circle of people that you know you can get support from as you go through this. But I feel like that will start to like unlock the desires that you have, and like whatever seed it is that you've planted, like whatever's most in alignment with you will start to grow and evolve in the new year, possibly 3 months ish from now, I feel like. But yeah, there might be with like Goddess Morrigan, some of you may have a connection with her. You might want to look her up. Oh, actually, I just did a blog post about her, so check out my website, owlstemple.com. I'll leave the link in the description box below. I think about 2 weeks ago, I did a Goddess of the Week blog post on Morrigan, and there's all about her sort of myth and her medicine and ways to connect with her, do rituals. So she could be a good goddess to work through over this time, because she really helps you to like yeah, like clear away illusions and clear away things that aren't working. And like it's kind of like her energy is really strong, and like she won't let you bullshit yourself, essentially. Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. Whoops. Anyway, she won't let you BS yourself. So yeah, she'll like help you cut through to the heart of the matter. So yeah, so I feel like this might feel like a bit of a challenge, but to remember to balance any of this like deeper inner work that you're doing, this sort of excavatory work, or this soul journeying, or this like self-reflection, the meditations, all of that kind of thing, because it does require a lot of courage to kind of do that sort of deeper work, to balance that with this like this sweet energy here of gatherings of like, you know, joy and, you know, wishes and celebrating blisses and things like that. Like there'll be a counterbalance there throughout this time. But I do feel like hold to the fact that, you know, your desires are going to come to you. It just may not be exactly, it may not initially be exactly in the exact way that you expected them to. That's kind of what I'm getting. So I hope that resonated for you, pile number 3. I'm sorry it was a bit of a slightly roundabout way of getting there. Leave a comment below if it did. I would love to hear from you. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the reading. It helps tell me what content is resonating for you guys at the moment. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already part of the community. I would love to have you here. All the best for your Yule and Winter Solstice and the holiday period, and I will see you in the next reading. All my love. Bye.